Have you ever wondered how your favorite gummy candies are made? Let's take a moment to dwell on that thought. These chewy, colorful delights that we so often find ourselves reaching for have a fascinating journey before they end up in our candy jars. From a concoction of ingredients to a process of cooking, molding, and adding the final touches, there's a whole world of sweetness that goes into making these treats. Well, prepare to be amazed as we delve into the sweet world of gummy candy making. First things first, we need to know what goes into these chewy treats. The backbone of our gummy candies is gelatin. This protein, derived from collagen, gives our candies that signature bouncy and chewy texture. Next up is sugar, the sweet star of the show. It's what makes our gummies deliciously sweet and irresistible. We also have corn syrup in the mix. This ingredient is not just for sweetness, but also for texture. It prevents the formation of large sugar crystals, ensuring our gummies stay smooth and soft. Now let's talk about flavorings and colorings. These are the creative elements giving our gummies their tantalizing tastes and vibrant visuals. From fruity to sour and from red to blue, flavorings and colorings make each gummy a unique treat. So we've got gelatin for bounce, sugar and corn syrup for sweetness and texture, and flavorings and colorings for taste and appearance. Now that we know what we need, it's time to get cooking. Creating gummy candies involves a fascinating process. It all starts with a sweet symphony of ingredients. Sugar and corn syrup are the first to join the dance. They're mixed together in a large pot until they're perfectly blended. This sweet duo forms the base of our gummy candies, providing that satisfyingly sweet taste we all know and love. Once the sugar and corn syrup are fully combined, it's time to introduce the next character in our gummy tale, gelatin. This ingredient is the key to the gummy's iconic chewy texture. With a careful pour, the gelatin joins the sugar and corn syrup in the pot, and the mixture is heated slowly, allowing the gelatin to melt and blend seamlessly with the other ingredients. As the heat gently works its magic, the mixture starts to transform. It thickens, it bubbles, and it begins to take on that familiar gummy consistency. This is a delicate stage in the process. The heat must be just right, not too high, not too low, to ensure the perfect gummy texture. But what's a gummy candy without a burst of flavor and a pop of color? The next step in the cooking process is the addition of flavor extracts and food coloring. Whether it's a tangy fruit flavor or a classic sweet vanilla, the flavor extracts bring the gummy candies to life. And let's not forget the food coloring. This is where the gummies get their vibrant hues, from radiant reds to brilliant blues. The final stage of the cooking process is a gentle stir. This ensures all the ingredients are evenly distributed throughout the mixture. It's at this point that the gummy candy mixture takes on its final form, a sweet, colorful, and wonderfully gummy concoction. And there you have it. That's the fascinating cooking process behind gummy candies. But the fun doesn't stop there. Once the mixture is ready, it's time for the fun part. Ever wondered how gummy bears get their cute shape or worms their wiggly form? Well, the magic happens in this part of the process, the molding. Imagine a tray full of tiny bear-shaped craters. This isn't your average baking tray, it's a gummy mold. The hot, gooey mixture we prepared earlier is carefully poured into these molds. Whether they're bear-shaped, worm-shaped, or even shaped like little soda bottles, every mold is filled to the brim with our sweet, sticky mixture. Now, you might be thinking that pouring hot liquid into a mold sounds easy enough, right? Well, it's a bit more intricate than that. The key is to fill each mold evenly and quickly before the mixture starts to cool and set. This requires a steady hand and a keen eye. Once the molds are filled, they're left to cool down and harden. This is when our gummy mixture transforms from a liquid state into a solid, taking on the shape of the mold it's in. It's like a sweet, sugary metamorphosis. During this cooling stage, the gummies take on their distinctive shapes. The bears become chubby and round, the worms long and wiggly. Each mold creates a different gummy character, each one as delightful as the next, and voila! After some waiting, our gummy candies are almost ready. The molding magic has done its job, and we're one step closer to a mouthful of gummy goodness. Our gummy candies aren't quite ready to eat just yet. Now that they've taken shape in their molds, it's time for these sweet treats to get their final touches. The first step is to free them from their contoured homes. With a gentle nudge, they pop right out, ready for the next step. Next, they're coated with a layer of sugar or cornstarch. This isn't just for extra sweetness, but also to prevent them from sticking together. It's like each gummy gets its own sugary or powdery coat, the final layer of flavor that makes it so irresistible. But that's not all. This coating also gives our gummies their final texture and appearance. It adds a bit of a crunch on the outside, contrasting beautifully with the chewy inside, and gives them a slightly frosted look that's so characteristic of gummy candies. And there you have it, delicious gummy candies made right before your eyes. Next time you enjoy a gummy candy, remember the journey it took to get to you. Until next time, keep your sweet tooth satisfied.